Okay, I'm back. Recording from my phone because there's something about recording with my camera and the laptop that just seems so overwhelming. Simplicity is my girl. Okay. The last video I recorded was February the 1st. It's April the 10th, 11th, 12th, one of them days. And I still haven't posted it. They're gonna post it today. It's April the 12th today. I have some time. My kids are with their grandparents, so I have some time to record this. But anyway, I don't like small talk. Let's get to the nitty-gritty, okay? Oh, one more thing, or like whatever, more things. I started my locks. I started my locks. Got a new bracelet. So it's protected. It's copper. Copper's really good for you. Copper's really good for your plants. Real quick. Is that it? Okay. Anyway, today talking about people pleasing. People pleasing is where you put your needs and your desires on the back burner to please other people. Okay. I don't know if that's a textbook definition, but that's what I've been doing. Okay. I just wanted to, it's been like a 2-year process of just flat out healing. Okay. And I brought my tissue this time because I'm already knowing. I'm not one to care about crying on the internet because I cry in real life. Like, I don't understand. It's cringy if you're faking it, I guess, but authentic is authentic, baby. I be crying off the internet all the time. So why wouldn't I cry here if I'm, you know, sharing my heart, Anyway, I'm gonna share my first encounter with people pleasing that I can remember. I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade. I think at that age you're 8, 9, little. Under 9. I was under the age of 9. Still in elementary school. I want to say I was in 3rd grade and the little girl was in 2nd grade. Anyway, we're on the porch. I grew up in the South, honey. We sit on the porch with grandmama. We eat watermelon. Oh, don't do it. We eat watermelon. We shuck corn, pick peas, just watch the tree. Very Southern thing. Sit on the porch with grandmama. And Granny lived in a neighborhood where there's houses really close. And there was this little girl. She was a year younger than me, and she would come play with me. So we're playing on the porch. Grandma's just watching the trees or whatever. The way it's set up is there's a door, and then there's on one side of the porch a chair. On the other side of the porch is a chair, and I'm sitting on the right side. Okay. And we're playing, what's that thing where you're like, the hand things. I don't even remember how to do that. We're doing that on the porch. And then after, so she's sitting directly in front of me. Afterwards, we were just sitting there and she was just looking at me like head on. And she slaps my legs. And she does it again. Then she does it again. And I can tell she's like kind of waiting on my reaction, waiting on me to say like, ow or something. And I didn't. I was just trying my best to ignore it. Obviously, after the second smack, because she's doing it hard now. After the second one, it's like in my head, I'm thinking like, ouch, this hurts. But I can't say anything. Ouch. And she keeps doing it. And she keeps doing it to the point where I'm just sitting there froze. Like, I just felt frozen. Like I was scared to say something. I was scared to react. I was just sitting there taking the pain while she smacked my legs, waiting on me to respond. I don't know what she was trying to do. But I remember being in pain to the point where I had tears going down my eyes. But I'm just I'm just still sitting there like zoned out. And after a while, my granny finally looks over. And I honestly can't remember what she said to the little girl, but I'm pretty sure she told her to go home. So the little girl walks off. She goes home. And I'm just still sitting there like froze. And I remember my granny saying something to the effect of, you don't let nobody just sit there and hit on you and da 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 da. Like, she was getting on to me at this point. And I'm just like in my own little world. So when you go back to a child's mind, what would be the reason of just sitting in pain and not saying nothing? Well, in my childish mind, I didn't want to. I thought if I said something to her, that she wouldn't be my friend, that she might think I was mean. But I have many stories like that. Not physical ones, but emotional ones. It's like growing up, things would hurt my feelings or something would happen and I would just say, I'll just eat it. I'll just eat it is what I would say. Which is funny because to this day I struggle with my weight. Like, just continuously letting things go. But it's just sad to think about at that age. In elementary school years, I felt responsible for somebody else's feelings. When I think about my upbringing, I guess, how can I say it? My daddy was emotionally unstable. That's honestly the best way I can put it. Y'all say it's a hothead, whatever y'all want to call it, but emotionally unstable, that's what it is. Bless his heart. That's not to demonize him in any way. But I think in my mind at the time, it was much easier to there's layers to it, because in a way it's a coping mechanism. Like, if I don't make him mad, then everything's fine. Then there's no fussing, there's no whoopings. So just avoiding any type of friction, like naturally. Okay. It's like on top of, oh my God, on top of avoiding friction, I would find ways to justify anything. Like, seeing his behavior, one, I thought anger was bad. I thought anger was a bad emotion, something that you're not supposed to feel. And really, it's not. Anger is your advocate. Anger is that part of you that's saying, this is not right. I turned that off. So when you turn off your advocate that says, this is not right, I'm going to say something, I'm going to do something, you enable a lot of poor treatment on your end. So I'm walking through life giving everybody a get out of jail card. Like, I'm literally using emotional intelligence from a young age to justify their response, and write it off. Example. Let's say somebody does me wrong. I'm looking, I'm searching, like, okay, what happened in their childhood? Okay, so I understand how they could feel like this, and I get how they could feel that way, and then how I get why they responded to me in the way that they did. But there's a difference in giving grace, giving people the benefit of the doubt, and letting people treat you however. At 28 years old, I'm just now finding the balance in that. Like, everybody got a get out of jail card. And that's why, I guess, there was like a situation, a family situation that happened a couple years back where I was just really hurt because I'm like, I don't even get the benefit of the doubt because I'm literally giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. So I feel like everybody operates that way. And I was so hurt because I'm just like, I don't understand. You don't even, we don't have to go into it. I've just spent a lot of years not speaking up for myself, not honoring my own likes and dislikes, not listening to my intuition, not voicing my concerns because I don't want no friction. But also on my end, I don't want to be angry because anger is bad, or so I thought. At 28, I am just now learning how to feel, or allowing myself to feel, anger. I said in the last video that I am emotional TSA. Is that rational? Does that make sense? Are you jealous? Are they jealous? Are you using logic? Are you having empathy? Is this compassionate? Is this consider? Everything, to every single, with every single human interaction that I have. There's no wonder that I have anxiety, okay? But when you don't stand up for yourself, there's something in your body that knows that you don't have an advocate. So of course your nervous system is tore up because your body don't even trust you. Because you're not going to say anything. If something happens, somebody hurts your feelings, or you need to take a stand in the situation, you're not going to say anything. So I can't trust you. Your body, have to keep you on alert. Because if I don't, we're in danger. So learning how to take breaths and calm my nervous system and trust myself more. But on the backside of that, the people that you have been around for all these years, and you've done so much people pleasing, and now when you have boundaries, it's seen as confrontation. It's seen as you being, I don't know, mean, or you've changed, and which you have changed, but you've changed for the better. And anybody that doesn't like the fact that you have boundaries is not, they're not for you. But what really hits hard is when you people please so much, you end up surrounded by people that don't actually understand you, the core of you. They just know the version of you that's accepted everything. Even be it bad or good, you've accepted everything. You just let everything ride. So recently, like the better half of 2024, I went through a depression. Very high functioning to the point where I didn't even, actually, let me correct that. I think I've had a mild depression since postpartum. I just didn't I didn't know what that looked like outside of, like, when society talks about postpartum depression, they talk about people wanting to harm themselves. Or even when you go to the doctor, the questionnaire is like, do you want to harm yourself? Do you want to harm your baby? Do you have days where you don't want to be here? And I'm like, no. So I'm thinking like worst case scenario is depression, but depression is also not being motivated to do anything, sitting quiet, crying by yourself. Like, it's so many little things that just kind of went unchecked. But anyway, last half of 2024, it was at its worst. And it's okay. It got to the point, like, the more and more I look around, there's a big part of me that doesn't want to. I stopped doing photography because there was so much anxiety, because I was scared to let somebody down. Like, what if they get their photos and they don't like them? It was so anxiety inducing. When I tell you, somebody can book me February the 3rd for a shoot on February the 20th. From February 3rd to the 20th, I am in knots. When you got kids, you got bills, you got work, you got responsibilities, you can't function that way. That's why I stopped doing photography. There's so many layers to it, because I feel like I've always been the strong friend, to the point where I can't say anything. I can't tell them that I'm struggling, because I'm the strong friend. I'm the one that they go to. So if I can't keep it together, who do they have? But also, like, I'm looking around, and because I feel like when other people are around me, they're going through something, I can feel it. I can feel it. I mean, hey, what do you need? How can I help? I've always been that type of person. And to a certain extent, I'm waiting on someone to just say, hey, you doing good? And I never got that. And I'm not angry at anyone or disappointed at anyone for not having that. It's just more like, I know how much energy and how much I won't try to nurture everyone around me. And I'm looking around for a certain type of support that I'm not getting. And one day, I just sat by myself and I realized, like, the type of love that I give, I have never gotten back. The type of energy and nurturing and patience that I give everybody else, I've never gotten back. Is that the fault of others? No. No, it's not anyone's fault, because I didn't tell anyone. And the people that I did tell just didn't get it. There's a certain way, and when you're speaking to people that are not emotionally intelligent, the people that don't work through their traumas and their worries and their stress, when you try to speak to them about yours, you're speaking a different language. Because I don't even process my own emotions. What do I look like trying to talk to you through yours? It doesn't even make sense. And it's not even fair to expect that from them. So I hold a lot in because that's why I have a video diary. That's why I have a journal to let that out. And that really does help if you don't have that type of emotional support system. How about this in words? A lot of times I just feel like nobody understands what I'm saying. And I'm so tired of over explaining myself because I'm not understood. And by the time they do understand, I'm so exhausted from explaining and painting different scenarios to where they can get it. It's so much easier to just be alone. But then you feel guilty for not, you feel guilty for withdrawing from people at the same token. It's like, now I'm at the point where I'm healing from people pleasing. But it's like, if I say no, I feel bad. If I say yes, I feel bad because I know that I betrayed myself. So I'm trying to find a balance. And I'm tired of compromising myself or my own wants and my own needs because nobody does that for me. Like, I'm not even being funny. Nobody does that for me. And I don't expect them to, because you shouldn't. Like, I feel like a villain. I feel like a villain for setting boundaries. And life shouldn't be like that. But it just gets to a point where you have to ask yourself, why am I still people pleasing? Because when I tell you it's got me nowhere, it's got me nowhere. I'm not understood. Maybe I'm heard, but I'm not understood. So you have to ask, when you betray your own wants and needs, what are you, deep down, what do you think the result is? Why are you doing that? Why do you keep doing that? What did you lack in childhood that you're overcompensating for in your relationships? What are you hoping to get from betraying your own needs? My answer to that would be unconditional love. What's funny is people pleasing for unconditional love is so backwards because you're upholding the condition. If our relationship depends on me being quiet through conflict, if it depends on me not having boundaries, that's not unconditional. The way you get unconditional love is by being true to yourself and speaking up when something bothers you. And the people that stick around, those are the ones that love you. Those are the ones that understand you and support you and are looking to honor your boundaries. And to a certain extent, I'm like, why did it take me so long to realize that? if you're younger than me or even older, just know that people pleasing doesn't really get you anywhere. It leads to you being surrounded by people who don't understand, who may not even be interested in understanding, and that people that love you or like you because they know a version of you that's complicit and complacent. And I ain't that. I ain't either one of those no more. If something bothers me, I'm gonna speak up. If I want to set a boundary, I'm gonna set it. And I just wish it didn't hurt so much to do that. But yeah, that was me. That was my video for today, and hopefully I didn't cry so bad like last time. I don't know if I cried that much last time, but hopefully I didn't cry so much this time. I love you genuinely. I hope you find your soul tribe, your compadres, whatever you want to call it. I hope you find people that genuinely love and support you down to the soul of you, not just this shell that you've created out of the need to cope or the need to fill a void. Because life is so much more than someone liking you. And hopefully my next videos won't be so emotional. Dang, I'm really not this emotional all the time. Now I will cry, like I'm not scared to cry, but but I like to have fun. I like to cut up. So we'll see. Anyway, love you, bye.